Glad to be here. It's always glad to come back and have fun here. So, feeling real good.
Yeah, man. Really looking forward to being here, man. I mean, it's one of our favorite stops on our yearly tours. Always fun, always packed, always crazy. So really looking forward to the night.
We've been playing so long I can't even remember. But I started DJing back in '93, so that was the first time my music got played on vinyl from me. But as us as a group, it probably was, jeez, I don't know.
Maybe is it 99, 2000?
Maybe 99.
Yeah, I think the first thing we played, we went to Fabric in London. I think it was the first time we played outside of the U.S. And then we went to, I want to say we went to Ireland. I think we might went to Ireland. Yeah, so I think that was the first, and that was definitely, I think, 99, 2000, something like that.
Actually, our goal was not even to tour. We just it kind of came together. We were a kind of victim of some circumstances that kind of forced us into touring. But our goal was just to create from home and put records out. So I can't say that we thought we would be touring this long because we didn't think we'd be touring at all, honestly.
Yeah, that's basically it, man. I mean, we were just making records. We didn't think about playing the stuff live or anything like that. Our whole thing was just to be able to make a vinyl record. That was the end result, and then we were ready to make another vinyl record. We just kind of accidentally became a live act. And what we found is once we started playing live, that it was just a whole nother level of fun that we just never experienced. It's totally different than making records, but it's something that we thoroughly enjoy it. We never thought that we would be a live band. It was just never something that we thought about doing.
Not so hard because now we focus on our own productions. So we don't put out so many records of other artists like we used to in the past. Just because we feel that we need a staff to do that. And we want to, anybody's music we put out, we want to make sure we do the best that we possibly can do to exploit it, to let everybody know about it and to hear about it. And it's hard to do touring. So we're the staff and it's a couple of other people, but we want the best for whatever artist we take on into 430 West. So for right now, it's just us. We're focusing in on us and one other brother's project.
Love by Machine just came out in November, and really we kind of went back to how we used to make records before we had so much equipment. I mean, when we first started, we didn't have hardly anything, and we didn't multi-track when we first started. We basically just plugged our equipment up into our mixing console, hit start, and just record it. We didn't do Pro Tools or anything like that, and we decided to kind of go back to that method because we kind of wanted to get raw, much more raw sound, back to kind of how we used to be. And that was the process in making this record. We just basically went in the studio, we plugged the equipment up, we hit start on the sequencer, and just started jamming. And that's basically how we did this album. And it was the fastest album we've done in many, many years. And it's probably the most fun we had in a long time also, because we didn't really try to make the perfect hand clap, the perfect hi-hat. We just got kind of caught up in that because we have access to so much equipment and computers and stuff and Pro Tools and things like that. You can just sit there and you can just tweak all the soul out of a record. We just decided to just kind of just throw it up, and whatever it became is what it ended up being, and that's pretty much what the album is.
Wow, I mean, probably come from living in Detroit, man. It's we grew up in Detroit. We live in another city now, but everything was car industry related. I mean, if it wasn't the actual car industry, everything was automobile industry related. So there were machines everywhere. We even worked in machine factories for a while. So I mean, so that just probably transferred into electronic machines, making music with the electronic machines and the rhythms, maybe some of the pulses that we heard from being in factory in automobile factories. But it gave you the freedom to actually make your own song. You became your own band. You know, if you had if you were doing it any other way, you would need a saxophone player, drummer, you know, guitarist or whatever. But it allows you to do. I love for machines allows us to do pretty much everything from A to Z. You know, if I'm not good at something, my brother can pick it up. If he's not good at something, I can pick it up, and we have 3 more brothers that are producing as well. So we just all we all levitated towards those machines. We just love them.
It's always been there, man. I mean, it's like it's especially with Detroit. I mean, it's still tons of producers, still tons of veterans it's still tons of new kids coming in. It's a growing scene. Lots of really interesting stuff still coming out. Now it's such a global world now that before we were kind of stuck in just being in Detroit, and we kind of can concentrate just on Detroit music. Now it's you know, it's the entire world is techno. So it's not how it used to be, but it's just different, man, and it's still fun. I mean, so it's still a very vibrant scene. It's still great music coming out of the city. Well, Dave is Dave. Everybody has to do what they want to do. I mean, as I read with Dave, his issue is that he has to get another work visa, and he didn't want to have to get another work visa under this particular presidency. That's his choice. It's a lot of producers from Europe that are very vibrant, play a lot in the States. They play a lot. In fact, a large portion of their bookings come from the States. So they're going to have to make this, you know, whatever choice they want to make. Dave doesn't play a whole lot in the States. He played a lot everywhere else, you know, but he doesn't need to come to the U.S. He doesn't, you know. He's still going to be Dave Clark, man. You know, he's still going to have a great career if he never, ever comes back to the U.S. A lot of other producers might not be the same. So it's a choice, man. It's basically, there's tons of places that, you know, DJs decide that they want to play or not play. It's, you know, it always has been that way. It's always going to be that way.
Wow. I mean, it's just, you know, just stay true again to what you love to create, and just go at it, man, full force. Just we love to create techno music, and we go at it full force. If you're a painter and you love it, go at it full force. Just whatever your passion is, just go at it and just don't stop, you know, and let that be your outlet. And just like music is our outlet.